What's up, everybody? We are back in the studio again. Y'all already know we got to keep this going. I'm gonna be a little bit out of pocket this weekend, so I want to make sure that I come bring this to y'all, come talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's interesting. So as y'all can see, uh, we are literally moving down the financial timelines. Interesting, man. We've been doing this for a while, and the crazy part is that a lot of this stuff we've already talked about before. But of course, when it comes down to teaching, as you know, if you're a teacher and if you're somebody in the education system, then you know sometimes you got to repeat topics. You got to teach things 2 and 3 times, 4 times for people to get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. So I literally find ourselves in this state, you know what I'm saying? And I was told before, like, I got to stop looking at the world as if everybody knows, you know what I'm saying, or is on the same wavelength as me, because otherwise I would have nothing to show people, you know what I'm saying? There would be nothing for me to teach people. You know what I mean? So, and in taking in that account, it kind of makes me, you know what I'm saying, kind of bring a level of humility to the person, or to me. Um, and yeah, it helps me understand where people are versus, you know what I'm saying, where I am. Because if I go to, let's say for instance, if I go to aviation school, um, if I go to aviation school, I mean, I don't know anything. I'm gonna have to, somebody gonna have to teach me 3 or 4 times for me to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I can learn the language and understand what's going on. So this is what we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? We're taking the time to go to class, like, because trust me, this is just the tip of this iceberg. All right. So yesterday I said that we was gonna discuss further a little bit into Jekyll Island, because if you've been following this week, then you understand that the Federal Reserve was established at a meeting that they had at Jekyll Island. Jekyll Island is right across the Florida border to the north, right to the east, on the eastern coastline of Georgia, right above the Florida. Like, so pretty much you going above Jacksonville or Tallahassee, that area. You go straight up and go directly east, and there's an island off the coast of Georgia that's called Jekyll Island. Okay, Jekyll Island is very synonymous to this country because of its position, as well as the alchemy and the magic that was done in that place. All right, so I got a couple of things to read. Y'all already know how I do. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to give thanks for being able to come back and talk to y'all again. Thanks to the Most High for the information. Keep us going so that we can learn, so we can grow from what we learn, and we can apply this, because what we're aiming ourselves towards is learning how to protect ourselves in this system, learning what these contracts mean, how they're being used, what they mean for our people, and safeguards against these fraudulent contracts. Every contract in America, once you stand on your own 2 feet, you will learn that every contract in America is fraudulent. Every single one. You cannot have contracts that are given in honor when you stole everything that you have. It doesn't work that way. You can't give honorable contracts in a stolen land. That don't even make sense. You can't do that. So in order for, like how my grandma used to tell me all the time, a lie predicates a lie. Okay, so when somebody tell you the truth, that's it. It's done. There's nothing else past that, because they're telling you the truth. But a lie is going to keep a lie going, and a lie is going to keep a lie and keep a lie and keep a lie and keep a lie. Even if the person is getting to the point of saying, I'm just not going to say anything, you're still a liar because you haven't told the truth. Okay, so the truth does not compound lies. Lies compound lies. Okay, and we have a whole compounded system that is built on top of the original system that was already here, and none of these perpetrators, they don't even want to talk about it. None of these motherfuckers, they don't even want to talk about it. They don't even want to mention what they did. They trying to tear down the history so you won't even know what they did to get to the place that they at now. They think they won, dog. I'm just being honest with you, man. These foreign people think they won. I'm just being honest. They think they were the ones to come in and single-handedly destroy the most powerful nation on the planet, and then now they've moved all their people in here, all they homeless people. They done moved them all in here, and now they setting them up on the money of the value of the indigenous people, which are still here in this land. I'm not talking about no Native American with no TP. I'm not talking about that. Those people are foreigners. Those are all foreigners. All the motherfuckers over there living on reservations out west, those are foreigners. We got to get this junk through our head. Those people are Mongolians. They are Asians. They are not Indians. Stop giving them power that come from you. Okay? Now, what we're doing here, because I understand people say I'll be turning up and shit like that. I'm going to turn up about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to turn up about this every single time because it's me that's being affected. You feel me? So I'm going to turn up. I'm the one being affected. When I say my people, I'm including myself. I'm being affected. Or I have been affected, up until a recent date. But, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, like, we go through this together until you realize what's going on. Get yourself out the way of it. You feel me? Because, honestly, the system ain't got nothing to do with us. Outside of the fact that all it's here to do is steal from our people. And we don't see that. Yet we running to go participate in everything they got going on. Man, look. We ain't gonna get too far outside the way. We're gonna go ahead and give it to you raw. I'm gonna go ahead and take it where it need to go. Alright. So look. This is an essay that is posted on a particular website. When I give you the name of the website, you already know it's truth to it. So this is Federal Reserve History.org. You can go look this up yourself. Essays/Jekyll Island Conference. Okay? The meeting at Jekyll Island. Now, mind you, we did read over something yesterday. Gave us a brief overview of it. And then I went in. You know what I'm saying? So, most of this is talking about what happened. There was a panic that was spread amongst the people, media-wise, telling all of the citizens. Now, mind you, you had 13 colonies at this time. Okay? Georgia was the bottom of the 13 colonies. Makes sense? Okay, that was the state at the bottom of the 13. Okay? So what you have here is you had incited panic amongst the colonies. The 13 colonies. So all of these people that had been banking at Indian banks, okay? They all had been banking at Indian banks. The Indians, the black Indians, let me go ahead and put this on there. The melanated Indians, the melanin Indians that look like me, that were in charge of everything, had all checks and balances handled. Why? Because in those times, money could not be traded by equal, it had to be backed by an actual natural resource. So the only reason you would have cash in your pocket is because if you had $1,000 cash in your pocket, it's because you had $1,000 gold in the bank equivalency. So if I took that $1,000 in gold certificates to the bank, they would give me $1,000 in gold shillings or gold pieces. The weight of $1,000 would be in gold. Okay, it's backed by a natural resource. When you have your money backed by a natural resource, there's zero balance. It zeroes out. You don't get to do fractional banking when you're doing actual real banking that is backed by a natural resource, be it oil, be it gold, be it whatever the case may be. Okay? So now we have to look. They said here the first section says that there was a need to reform. Okay? There's a need to reform. Okay, so there's a need to reform according to what was created. They created a need to reform. Okay, the banks. Why? Because the European was permitted no power. You didn't get no power over here. We ain't giving you no power. I mean, you can come bank with us. I mean, you working for our people and stuff like that. So you can come get you a bank account. You need to go get a indigenous American representative so that you can come open an account here. Because you're a foreigner, so you need somebody to speak for you. Okay, so now they had to take us in there so we could be like, yeah, this is my worker. Yeah, get them a bank account. This is my worker because I paid them. They need a place to store their money. Then they would extend them a bank account. You don't come in this country and get privileges. What's wrong with you, man? All right, so let's part two. You don't get to do that. You don't get to come in somebody else's home and think you're going to get all the benefits of banking and voting and politics, and you think you're going to just be included in all that when you done came over here begging for somewhere to stay? You don't get that. That's not what you get. You have to steal that. Okay, now look. So these people who had private meetings, they had to have meetings in secret. Remember now, Chase Bank, J.P. Morgan had secret meetings with the bankers so they could figure out how to take over the financial system in this country. This is why you don't look, man. I understand the whole kumbaya and all that, and I understand, you know what I'm saying, now everybody trying to implement more of a, you know, togetherness and all this other type of stuff. This right here is the reason why you don't include other people in your life, especially when once they're included, they won't let you back into their world. Okay, what do I mean by that? Okay, because I can point it out to you right now. What do I mean by that? We see, especially in this region, we have what is it called? The Freemasonic groups, the temple. They be having these little temples around here or whatever. The Freemasonic groups, they have their temples and stuff that they have around town, right? Okay. I mean, you know, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Me and a friend of mine were just talking about this. Andrea, but okay. What's up, Andrea? All right, cool. So look, what are those things called? The houses where they all meet up at, right? You feel me? Like the Freemasons, the Freemasonic group. So you gotta the lodges. Okay, appreciate that, Andrea. So they're called lodges, right? So we have lodges all over Pensacola because Pensacola was the first settlement of the United States of America. Is the first settlement. That means that was where they came in from. From the Spanish came in through Florida. You feel me? And when they came to Pensacola first, they were ran out. Then they went to South Florida, killed everybody, took the land. Then they built up enough momentum to come back up to Pensacola to do it again. Okay, so now when you include these people, and we're talking about the lodges, because they came in through the Moors, right? So now I want a lodge. So the Moors gave them a lodge, right? So once America had been colonized, we're going to go ahead and use that because in this time, the bank was moving to colonize America. That's what it was about. Seize control of the finances, of the value. Then that way you can turn around and make the plan about draining this country dry because that's the hour that we're in now. This is the final drain attempt. Once they take everything from us now, our children will never know cursive. They'll never know how to sign their name on a contract. They'll only know how to click yes or no on a computer screen. Okay, that's on purpose. That is how you take all the remaining value away from your people. There's no, they have no knowledge of what a contract is, what it means, the parts of a contract, the language, how to sign it, where it's to be filed. They know nothing. That is on purpose because the rest of the world still moves on paper. You feel me? So now we have this digital environment that's coming online. Don't believe the hype. The digital environment only stretches out over certain areas. Outside of that, it's still paperwork. It's still the old system. Okay? They bring the technology to us first because we implement the technology that the rest of the world will eventually use. We are the ones that continue to influence the world. You know what I'm saying? It's pure confirmation on the conversation. Okay, all right, bet. We're going to keep going then. You know what I'm saying? Andrea say this is confirmation on the conversation, man. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're dealing with. Okay, our children are not going to know how to deal in contract. They won't know. They won't understand commerce. You see, the other nations came in to try to get us to contract into commerce with them. It's amazing that they had to try to beg us to go into business. Now, they're on a mission to exclude us completely from the commerce of America, even though this is our land. Okay? So the Masonic lodges, and okay, I'm gonna put y'all up on more game because you know what I'm saying. In my journey has been very interesting, man. My journey has been very interesting, and what I find myself doing is coming across things that I don't even know that I'm going to be using in the future, but the Spirit know. So I'm coming across this thing. I'm at my homeboy house chilling. We're doing our thing, and I come across. He come to me. He say, "Hey man, check this out." You know what I'm saying? This is my dog. If he hear this, he gonna know exactly what I'm talking. He said, "Hey man, check this out, man. I got this Masonic Lodge book from my great grandfather." What? Yeah, man. This the book. This the rules, and he got the little thing they wear on the front, the thing they tie around like an apron or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, this is right here. Here go his thing. Here go his sword or his knife that they give him, and here's the book with the rules." Man, okay. So to mind you now, before he did that, I had already had the opportunity to read the Masonic Lodge book from a Caucasian lodge. The information is not, the black lodges don't have any information. They only have participation. What that means is, if I'm a part of the Masonic lodge, and let's say for instance I get into trouble, right, legally, and I get into trouble, and I go into a courtroom. So in the courtroom, the judge, most judges are part of Masonic lodges. You gotta understand this. Once they see my name pop up, and then he's able to run that information, then I get a slap on the wrist and I'm out the way. It's just like that. So then look, then now if I go for a loan, I can get the loan easier. If I go to get a job, I'm gonna get the job easier than everybody else because I'm a part of the Black Masonic Lodge. But I don't know any information, meaning I don't know how to do the alchemy. Okay? I don't know the manifestation practices. You understand? I don't know the magic. I don't know the rituals. I don't know how to do the things that will implement the change to get these people out of my country. You understand? So I'm still subservient. I'm still subservient to the foreigner. Now, you want to go outside, you want to go smaller than a Masonic lodge, then you go into your fraternities and sororities, the letterers, because all that is European lettering. You know what I'm saying? They're literally contracting themselves as pawns of the European agenda. That's what your fraternities and sororities are. Okay? And from those fraternities and sororities, they pick the Boule members, the black people that's going to continue to give their people over to the foreign interests. A traitor. That's where they pick their Jesse Jacksons in. You feel me? That's where they get them from. From the fraternities and sororities. At the HBCUs. Okay? All this stuff has to come forward and make sense, because it won't make sense until we look at it the right way. Andrea says, if they decide to wipe out the paper money and we don't have any tangible assets, what do we really have? So if they wipe out the paper money, which is coming because the paper money is made on a fraudulent contract. What we're dealing with is the closing of all fraudulent contracts. That's what's going on. So even the Federal Reserve's contract was fraudulent. Okay? So if they wipe out that paper money, what you're standing on is the value of your blood. Because remember now, they made it in 1933, House Joint Resolution 1933. They made it illegal to trade in gold and silver. Okay, so to take the place of gold and silver on the financial scale, they leveraged the value of the people to the market. Make sense? That's why that's why I was telling y'all yesterday. Like, it's all about taking the value away from America and divvying it out over foreign states or foreign countries. The value being from the people. So, what they expect to happen in this generation of time, is that my age group and the age group directly under me They're expecting all of us to sign our birthright completely over. That's why the children don't need to know how to do cursive, and they don't need to understand contracts, because they're expecting our group, this group in 2024, to hand everything over. They're going to sign it all away because they don't understand contract. They're too busy partying and running behind fake celebrities we don't have any type of grip, foothold on our land. We don't understand what's going on. And on top of that, we have allowed most of our elders to pass away without getting the information from them. So that information is gone. So most people that look like me don't even have an inkling to pick up a book at all. They don't go research nothing at all, because that's not what makes their day run. Go to work, go pick up me a sack, give me something to drink, hang out with the boys. You feel me? I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go stand outside for a while. We're gonna talk. We're gonna kick the bobo under the tree, and then after that, I'm gonna come in, go to sleep, maybe kick it with my girl, get up, do it all again. This is your daily routine every day. Every day, every day. Don't even go to the gym. Don't even work out. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? It's like every day is destruction. If your life is destruction on a daily basis, if you're living a destructive life on a daily basis, then everybody around you has to be congruent with that lifestyle, or else you won't be around them. So if you look at it, most of the destructive lifestyle is surrounded by multitudes of people. That's by design, and it's set. That's facts, man. That's by design, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely. Andre, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, man? You participating today. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we are. The people around you, that's why they say the law of attraction. Birds of a feather flock together. All of these things, this is not a new design. This is understood already. So if I can get enough of y'all to hang with the people that are degenerate mindset, and if I can get you to look at them as if they're so cool and popular and clout and this, that, I can destroy many more of y'all with one blow. Okay? Now, the time we saw, this is the time now. Now, the time we saw that before was Willie Lynch. If I can get all of the women to start thinking like this, the women are going to train the children. And if I can get the women to think from a slave mind, then the children are going to be thinking from a slave mind. And all I got to do now is eliminate daddy. There's nobody to contend with it. Mama's going to show them what I showed mama, and it's going to continue to cycle all the way down. Now, look at us now in 2024. This is a result of that action. They already knew after a couple of generations that they wouldn't even need to step in. Mama was going to do all the work for them. They knew that. They designed it that way. You understand? See, that's why that I don't need a man mindset. Exactly. And see what's crazy? Andrea, look, check this out. If we can go back far enough, if we can look at videos of our people from a lower class being interviewed by these interviewees, when they were sitting up here talking about, I don't want no man around me, just give me the child. I don't need no man living up in my house. Why not? Well, because my mama, when my daddy was around, my daddy was always gone. My granddaddy was, but they don't even have no understanding, because she got to understand the interviewee was talking to 18, 19, 20-year-olds. They don't know the world. They got no understanding on the world, but they're taking their perspective and making it the mainstream agenda when it's not even true. It ain't even true. That wasn't even how the older generations was thinking back then. But their young people who are mostly misled were thinking that way. And that thought process was broadcasted through media all through the 90s. I don't need a man. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is all that. It was destroying us. Can you pay my bills? Keep paying my telephone bill. Come on, man. It's like it was a replication of the same mentality all throughout history. It's just been the same way it's been coming to us, and we sit here and we consume this, and then we don't understand why on the back end we just steady going downhill. We don't get it. We are a creation people. That's what our job is to do, to create. We are a creation people. So whatever I put in my mind, it's going to become so. Now, I can put something in my mind, like we talk about the law of attraction and all this stuff, and people talk about law of attraction, but they don't really understand. When it comes to us, it's a completely different process. Like, it's a completely different process. You feel me? So with the law of attraction, you have to, when it comes to our people, we put more than just dropping it in your mind. It's emotional, it's mental, it's ethereal. So when we go into a creation space of something in our mind, we create things that stick. We don't create technology that break in 2 weeks. We create things that stick. Look at the assembly line. Look at peanut butter. Look at the traffic light. Look, there's so many inventions that I could go down that are still here from way back when, that are still here. They're still using them as if they just invented. We create things that stick. We putting the same type of energy into this fake system. We create things that stick. And your enemy knows that. You feel me? The enemy knows that about you, about me, about us. They know this. That's why these plans were made the way they were made, to utilize our creation power without us creating anything for ourselves. We're creating this whole heaven on earth for foreign nations that are not deserving of the birthright. The only thing they can do is trick you and me out of it. Okay? It's insanity. And I know it's insanity. It's insanity. Oh, man, dog, I'm getting cut off. Shoot, man. Okay, all right, check this out, y'all. Man, because I got to run right quick. All right, look, so I got to run for like 15 minutes, all right? And it's important, so I got to go handle this. But when I come back home, I'm going to jump right back on. We're going to pick right back up where we left off, because I haven't even gotten into the web pages yet. So y'all stick with me. I'll be back in a little bit, all right? Love y'all. I'll be back, man. Peace.